beat Larry Holmes. I think that Mike Tyson is the best heavyweight of all time. I don't think anybody.
Joe Rogan has recently stirred up the boxing community by issuing a stern warning to Jake Paul about his upcoming fight against the legendary Mike Tyson. Rogan, known for his blunt and unfiltered opinions, doesn't mince words when it comes to assessing the risks involved in this highly anticipated matchup. He strongly advises Jake Paul to reconsider stepping into the ring with Tyson, emphasizing that Paul may not yet be ready to face a seasoned heavyweight like Iron Mike. Rogan's concerns are rooted in his extensive experience and deep understanding of combat sports. Having followed the fight game for years, Rogan recognizes the significant differences between a YouTuber-turned-boxer and a true boxing legend. While Jake Paul has amassed an impressive record in his relatively short boxing career, Rogan argues that Mike Tyson operates on an entirely different level. Tyson, even in his 50s, remains a formidable force in the heavyweight division, known for his unparalleled knockout power and decades of ring experience. Rogan acknowledges Jake Paul's achievements, noting his impressive wins against various opponents. However, he maintains that Tyson's prowess in the ring is a different breed altogether. Tyson is a beast, Rogan asserts, underscoring the sheer power and intimidation factor Tyson brings to any fight. He believes that Jake Paul's skills, while commendable, are not yet sufficient to take down or even withstand the ferocity of Tyson's attacks. Rogan warns that entering the ring with Tyson could be a career-altering mistake for Paul, potentially leading to a devastating loss that could tarnish his reputation and future in boxing. The upcoming fight between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson is scheduled for November 15, 2024 at the at&t Arena in Arlington, Texas. The announcement has generated immense buzz, with tickets selling out rapidly and social media abuzz with discussions and debates. Fans are eagerly anticipating whether Jake Paul can defy the odds and challenge one of the greatest heavyweights of all time. However, Rogan's warning casts a shadow over the excitement, urging caution and reconsideration. Rogan's perspective is not just based on personal bias, but on a thorough analysis of Tyson's enduring capabilities. He points out that Tyson's knockout power remains as potent as ever, capable of ending fights in an instant. Tyson's still terrifying, Rogan emphasizes, highlighting the danger Tyson poses to any opponent. He contends that Jake Paul, despite his growing list of victories, has not yet proven himself against top-tier boxing talent. Rogan recalls Tyson's legacy, noting that Tyson's ability to change the course of a fight with a single punch is something that sets him apart from other fighters. Rogan also critiques the nature of influencer boxing, where social media personalities like Jake Paul enter the ring, often without the traditional background in boxing that seasoned fighters possess. While acknowledging that Jake Paul has worked hard to build his boxing career, Rogan remains skeptical about his readiness to face someone of Tyson's caliber. He draws a clear distinction between Paul's victories over former UFC fighters and the challenges posed by true boxing legends like Tyson. The dialogue surrounding this fight isn't limited to just Rogan and Paul. The boxing community is divided, with purists questioning the legitimacy of influencer boxing matches, while others embrace the entertainment value and the potential for drawing new audiences to the sport. Rogan's warnings add a layer of seriousness to the debate, reminding fans that boxing is not just a spectacle but a demanding and potentially dangerous sport that requires respect and preparation. Jake Paul's journey in boxing has been unconventional. Transitioning from a YouTube sensation to a professional boxer, Paul has faced a variety of opponents, each presenting different challenges. His early fights against fellow YouTubers and MMA fighters like Deji and Nate Robinson showcased his knockout power and ability to draw attention. However, these matches are often viewed as stepping stones rather than true tests of his boxing prowess. Rogan highlights that while Paul has demonstrated significant growth, facing a heavyweight legend like Tyson is an entirely different challenge that requires a higher level of skill and experience. The fight with Tommy Fury in 2023 marked a pivotal moment in Jake Paul's boxing career. Fury, hailing from the renowned Fury boxing family, provided Paul with his first official loss in the ring. Despite Tyson Fury's shadow looming large over his brother Tommy Fury's defeat of Jake Paul underscored the gap between Paul and the elite fighters in boxing. Rogan uses this to further illustrate why he believes Jake Paul is not yet ready to face Mike Tyson, whose legacy in the sport is unmatched. Rogan's warnings are not merely about the potential for a loss, but also about the broader implications for Jake Paul's career and health. A defeat by Tyson could severely damage Paul's standing in the boxing world, making it difficult for him to gain serious respect as a legitimate boxer. Moreover, the physical toll of such a fight could have lasting effects on Paul's health, potentially ending his boxing aspirations prematurely. Rogan's concern extends beyond Paul's immediate career to his long-term prospects and well-being. On the other side, supporters of the fight argue that boxing is a sport that thrives on challenges and that Jake Paul has the right to test himself against a legend like Mike Tyson. They believe that such matchups can elevate the sport's profile and bring in new fans. Additionally, they point out that Tyson himself might be interested in proving that he still has what it takes to compete at the highest level, even at his advanced age for a boxer. However, Rogan remains unconvinced by these arguments. He questions the motivations behind the fight, suggesting that it may be more about the spectacle and financial gain than about genuine competitive spirit. He worries that this could set a precedent where influencer boxing becomes more about entertainment than the sport's integrity, potentially undermining the credibility of boxing as a serious athletic competition. Rogan also expresses concern for Mike Tyson's legacy. He fears that a high-profile loss against an unproven boxer like Jake Paul could tarnish Tyson's illustrious career, reducing his legacy to a mere spectacle rather than the legendary status he rightfully holds. Rogan emphasizes that Tyson deserves to face opponents who can truly challenge him and honor his contributions to the sport. Despite Rogan's warnings, the fight is set to proceed, driven by immense public interest and the allure of witnessing a clash between a boxing legend and a modern-day influencer. The outcome remains uncertain, but the boxing community is undoubtedly divided. Some see it as a groundbreaking event that could bridge the gap between traditional boxing and the digital age, while others view it as a risky and potentially damaging move for both fighters. As the fight date approaches, all eyes will be on Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, with fans and critics alike debating the wisdom of the matchup. Rogan's voice serves as a cautionary tale, reminding everyone involved of the high stakes and the potential consequences of such a high-profile bout. Whether Jake Paul can rise to the challenge, or if Mike Tyson will once again prove his dominance in the heavyweight division remains to be seen. In the meantime, Joe Rogan continues to use his platform to share his insights and opinions on the fight. His influence in the combat sports world is undeniable, and his warnings carry significant weight among fans and fighters alike. Rogan's perspective highlights the ongoing tension between the traditional boxing establishment and the new wave of influencer boxing, a dynamic that is shaping the future of the sport in unexpected ways. Ultimately, the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight embodies a clash of eras and philosophies within boxing. It raises questions about the evolution of the sport, the role of social media personalities in traditional athletic competitions, and the balance between entertainment and athletic integrity. As the fight approaches, it will serve as a litmus test for the future direction of boxing and the boundaries of who can step into the ring. For Jake Paul, this fight represents both an opportunity and a significant risk. A victory against Tyson could catapult him into the upper echelons of the boxing world, proving that he can compete with the best. Conversely, a loss could derail his burgeoning boxing career and reinforce the skepticism surrounding influencer boxing. For Mike Tyson, it offers a chance to showcase his enduring prowess and perhaps add another memorable chapter to his legendary career. As fans eagerly await the showdown on November 15, the conversation continues to evolve, driven by opinions from influential figures like Joe Rogan. The fight promises to be one of the most talked about events in boxing history, with implications that extend far beyond the ring itself. Whether it lives up to the hype or becomes a cautionary tale, only time will tell. In conclusion, Joe Rogan's warning to Jake Paul about fighting Mike Tyson underscores the complexities and high stakes involved in such a high-profile matchup. It reflects broader debates within the boxing community about the future of the sport and the impact of social media personalities entering traditional athletic competitions. As the fight draws near, the world watches with anticipation, curiosity, and a healthy dose of skepticism, ready to witness whether this clash between a legend and a modern-day influencer will become a defining moment in boxing history.